Welcome to the Greater Challenge section for the Light of the West with Harmonies. As I explained before, the song is divided into three sections: human, dwarf and elf, and each section has its own musical style and requires different harmonies. The backing tracks for all sections have a computer-generated voice to guide you, so you will have to pay close attention to the words on your printed music. This will mostly be fine because most of the accompaniments are just R's, so let's look at each section separately. The human section has a folk tune feel to it with lutes and flutes, if you like rhymes. The harmonies are only sung in the choruses, so just like for when you contributed the melody for the choruses, you just sang in the choruses, not the verses. Once again, you do that. The female harmony is more of an alto line, if that suits your voice, and the male harmony is more of a baritone line. Both of them sing under the melody, so if the melody was a strain for you, the harmony may suit your voice better. The backing track has just the human sections doing verse 1, verse 2, chorus 2. And of course, seeing as this is the male section, the human section, please remember to sing "Now seek for the west, the light in the west. Now follow the sunlit road thither." And for the second chorus, "Fare ye well, in the west ye may dwell, and will wish ye were two standing there." So no yous or we's in this time. It's now and ye. When you finish, please label your file human - your first name and put a number after it if you do more than one recording. The dwarf section is for deep male voices, bass and baritone. If you can do both, please do. You sing through the whole section, not just the choruses this time, adding deep dwarvish tones. Please label your files dwarf 1 - first name and dwarf 2 - first name, and add a number to the end if you submit more than one track per part. Listen to both of them and sing what suits your voice, and just submitting one part is okay. The elf section is for high women's voices, soprano, to add an ethereal type air to this section. And like the dwarf, is sung through the whole section, not just the choruses. So please label your files elf 1 - first name and elf 2 - first name. And once again, add a number to the end if you submit more than one file for a part. Listen to both, sing what is comfortable for your voice, and submitting one part is okay. So both the dwarf and the elf parts are mostly R's, but in the choruses you echo the words with "seek for light in the west" and "fare you well, west is fair." So for each of these words, keep the vowel sound going and snap the consonant off nice and quickly. Pay close attention to the word light, which is what's called a diphthong. There are two vowel sounds in them, so it's light. What we want is for you to kind of stay with the first vowel sound, so to be light. And same with fair. Fair has two different sounds in it, and depending on which part of the world you come from, you may actually emphasize the R sound at the end. You may do a fair. So we're trying to avoid the on the end of that and do fair. So it's just like pushing the air out of your lungs, and you just stop pushing the air out of your lungs. Fair. That's it. Pay close attention to those words. These three parts are more complicated, but they're much shorter. So hopefully for men you can do the human harmony and the two dwarf harmonies, and for women you can do the human harmony and the two elf parts. But once again, dependent upon your voice types and how comfortable you are in singing that. Now, for each of the six parts, the male and female human, the two dwarf and the two elf parts, you have a backing track, and there is a combined PDF for both male and female human parts, one PDF for the two dwarf parts, and one PDF for the two elf parts. So I'd suggest you print them and follow them to follow the computer-generated voice. You have an extra week to get the harmonies done, and we'll start mixing them at the close of the weekend on the 21st of March. So you have 2 weekends to work on the choruses and an extra week for the harmonies. Thank you very much for being a part of this and adding to the complexity and beauty of the song. Thank you very much. Bye.